travelers. Today we are in South Lake Tahoe.
Today we're going to be heading up to Donner Pass to check out the Donner Pass Museum and the old Donner Pass Railroad tunnels. I think I just said Donner Pass like 4 times. We've got about an hour drive to get to the north side of the lake, so that's the first thing we're going to do. Let's go.
So we made it to Truckee, California. We're on our way to the Donner Railroad something. But first we stopped for lunch. You can do outdoor dining here, but it's Saturday, so it's a little crowded. So we decided to just stop for sandwiches. And in Nevada, they have this sandwich shop called Port of Subs. I think they have a couple in California too, but it is so good. Something about the sandwiches, they are my favorite. And we got some. And we're gonna eat them right now, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, she really likes these sandwiches.
They're so good.
Whenever there's one, we have to stop and get a sandwich.
It's because they don't have any near us, so it's a novelty. And they're delicious, so if you ever see a Port of Subs, you should stop and get some. So we have made it to Donner Memorial State Park, which is just outside of Truckee, California. A little history about the Donner Party. If you haven't heard of it, it's a pretty sad and crazy story. In the mid-1800s, a big group of people that included the Donner family went over the Oregon Trail to the California Trail, and then they tried to take a shortcut over the Sierra Nevada mountains.
That shortcut didn't work out very well.
It didn't go well. It was one of the worst winters here. They got stranded right here at this spot outside of what is now Truckee.
And they had to spend the entire winter here.
The crazy part about this story is that a lot of them ended up perishing, and in order to survive, the other members of the party
Ate each other.
Resorted to cannibalism.
Probably the most famous story of cannibalism in the United States.
What other stories of cannibalism in the United States are there?
Maybe the only story of cannibalism that I know in the United States.
But several of them did survive. It's a really interesting story, and we're here at the Visitor Center.
But we're gonna go into the Visitor Center and check out some of the old cabin sites right now.
Let's do it.
So on the side of the Visitor Center is a little loop trail that takes you out into the woods. We've come to this large rock that was used as one of the walls of the cabin for the Donner Party. All of the cabins were destroyed by the military shortly after the Donner Party disaster. That's because at the time, the US government was encouraging people to travel west and settle out in California and Oregon, and the news of the Donner Party was really bad for publicity. So they pretty much covered the whole thing up, which is pretty crazy.
Okay, we have made it to Donner Summit, which is the highest point on Donner Pass. You go along the old Highway 40, which was the first road that went over Donner Pass. We're up here to check out the Donner Tunnels, which are the abandoned railroad tunnels that are up here. It's interesting, if you go to the Donner Memorial Museum Visitor Center that we were just at, the exhibits talk about the building of the road and the building of the railroad. Are you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Kind of creepy.
So about 20 years after the Donner Party disaster happened, they finished this railroad which effectively linked the West Coast Railroad to the railroad up to this point. This railroad was in operation for 125 years after that, and in '93 they built another railroad that they use now, and since then this section has been abandoned. But it's a cool piece of history because it shows how important it was to connect coast to coast with the railway in the middle of the 19th century.
He's natural on camera.
Ready to go in here?
No, it's scary.
It might be a little icy, but I think we're gonna be okay.
Let's go tunneling.
See all the graffiti. It hasn't been abandoned that long,
but dark. Woo! We're about halfway through the tunnel. I definitely recommend good shoes for in here. We made it through the first section of tunnel, which I'd say is about half a mile long. We're here in November, so it's a little icy, but I definitely recommend closed-toed shoes with good support and a light. So you'll probably have that on your cell phone or a headlamp or something like that, because it's very dark. But this is the view we've come out to. So pretty. I think we're gonna continue on to at least one more tunnel, possibly a couple more. We'll see. I think we're losing the light, but it'll be fine.
Okay, we are gonna climb up on top of one of these tunnels, try to get a good view here. It's a little icy. We're gonna do our best.
A little treacherous.
Killing it.
I'm having a good time.
You okay? Playing around. Yeah.
Did you miss it?
I think I got it.
Kevin flew the drone a little bit. The scenery up here is pretty incredible. It's, especially with all the snow, it's very beautiful. But we're quickly losing the light, so we might go check out this next tunnel, but that's very long, so we're not gonna walk the entire length of that. And then head back, and we're staying in Reno for the night, which is about an hour from here. What an adventure. Oh my God, I'm sinking in snow. That was super fun. That was my first time at these tunnels. Kevin's second time.
Yeah.
But if you like unique hikes or abandoned stuff, definitely try to check these out.
Yeah, you can go, I think it's like 8 miles through all the tunnels. We just went to the end of the first one and kind of poked around there, but you could make a really good hike out of it if you wanted to.
Yeah, it'd probably be a lot easier in the summertime, but I imagine it would be a lot more crowded.
Yeah.
But we're gonna end this vlog here because we have a little bit of a drive ahead of us, staying in Reno tonight. And then tomorrow we are going to head up to a mining town, and tomorrow night stay in a super haunted hotel. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please subscribe, drop a comment, and give it a thumbs up, and we will see you next time.
This is Kelly and Kevin from the Awkward Tourists. Peace out.
Pass. Railroad tunners. I think I just said...
Tunders. You ready to eat?
Uh-huh.
You gonna bite into it?
No, I'm gonna eat it without biting into it. Really scary and bad for was really bad for the news of the Donner Party was really bad for publicity.
Oh my god, I'm sinking in snow. Having a problem with that today. Here we go.